Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I know that I'm moving my head from side to side. I tried to enable the head tracking software so you can see my face moving, but most of all it just looks like I'm having a serious stroke or something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm finally back with some new Star Citizen content. I think that the patch we have right now, 3.23, invites enough for me to begin to slowly get back into creating Star Citizen content. And also, I'll produce a video, I don't know, maybe Thursday, where I'll touch on some subjects that has been going on with my life currently, which in essence will explain why I've been very quiet the last time I produced one video about Star Citizen. Then certainly did create some problems, but people, some liked it and some disliked it, and I suppose if you create content for people, it's just the way it is. Right now in 3.23.1 we have Invictus Launch week, so and I'll also go in on, I'll make a separate video where I'll go into my current experiences regarding combat, mining, salvage, and cargo hauling, cargo trading. In 3.23.2 hopefully we'll get cargo hauling. So right now we have trading, but hopefully at that point we'll get real cargo hauling. That is certainly what I'm hoping for. In any case, you might hear that I have my fan running in the background because it is really hot in here. I live on the 4th floor, and because we have cats, we can't open the doors fully wide and all that. So that's just the way it is for me. So I have the fan running in the background to give me a little bit of air and open the windows and the door to our balcony as much as I can. But I don't know how much it is. In any case, what we have now is Invictus Launch week, as you can probably read on the carpet down there. But unfortunately, I couldn't make a video about the first two expos that we had. I will say this, because I'm a nice guy and all that my good friend Cobra, he made a stream when we did Invictus Launch week with Robert Space Industries, RSI, where they had the Polaris on display, and I'll show you a couple of images of the interior of the Polaris while I talk here, and maybe also some images of the Cobra Force and all of that. I'll see if I can remember to edit it in. Hopefully I can. I'll probably edit this part out also. In any case, yeah, I'm so beautiful. In any case, today we have sorry. What I was going to say was that if you want to see a little bit more about what was on display when we had Robert Space Industries outside and all of that, I will actually direct you to Cobra stream, because I was part of that stream, and we did also some cool flybys and all kind of stuff like that. And he did show a video also of people stealing the Javelin and doing flybys with it in water with the new water physics on Clio. Basically the same thing that we did, if you go watch the stream, but just with smaller ships, obviously. So I can say right away now that I think that despite the cockpit, how it's constructed, the Polaris is really cool. The Perseus will come at a later date. It's not even in production now, as I seem to recall. But I do know that John Crew has promised us that we will get the Polaris at the next IAE. So I guess it would be around September, November, something like that. Third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, today we have Aegis. Now, I'll say right now, My hope is, yeah, there we go. My hope is that we will see on display right now the Idris standing at the expo. That's my hope. That's what I'm hoping for, really. But if it is not, I will probably try to figure out where it's touring, because you can make complete tour of the interior of the Idris, and then I'll add that to this video here. It depends a little bit, but yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. In any case, let's go and check the Invictus, the expo out. So let's take an elevator. So as you can see here, it's only Aegis, which may suggest that I have something big in store for us, but we'll see. We'll see. Convention hall, and let's go. And if they don't have much of interest in here, it'll probably be a short video. But I wanted to give you a chance to watch this with me. So one Empire, and let's see, we'll be able to see right away if the Idris is standing there. If it's not, you can't see it because it's really huge, and it doesn't seem like they have the Idris on display, which I'm pretty sure it is Aegis that is producing the Idris. Maybe it's because it's on tour that they don't have it. Yeah, and I don't know. I think that the expo side here, there may be some memory leak stuff going on or whatever, but it is really slow for me. You can see it's, I mean, they have the new they have updated the Retaliator bomber to also have the cargo area. Well, I guess it's pretty cool. So let's see what they have. So down here we have the Aegis, I think they're making an acronym. Aegis Vulcan and Aegis Nautilus. So other than that, we have the Aegis Sentinel, Vanguard, Redeemer, Hoplite, Harbinger over at Hall 4. At Hall 1 we have the Avenger Stalker, the T-Renegade, the Eclipse, the Warlock, and the Titan. And here we have the new Aegis Saber Firebird. So we can take a look at that. Other than that, it's pretty much, we have the Gladius Valiant and the Hammerhead. It's a pretty cool ship, but we already know that. But let's go take a look at the Retaliators to see if we can see the new interior. So the thing with the Retaliator is that it is supposed to be a modular ship. So what they have done is that they have yeah, my cat is talking in the background. They have finally added modularity to the bomber, the Retaliator, meaning that we can have bombing and we can have cargo right now. Let me see if we can get below the wing here. Alright, so this is the tally. I think we should be able to enter it somewhere, so we can take a look inside and see what is what. Elevator, yes, that is what we're supposed to take. Let's take the, if I can figure out it's here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure how we are supposed to open the Retaliator. There's a docking collar. Two elevators, so maybe we can do it here. And if not, well, we are just going to accept that we can't take a look at it inside. That would be nice, but I don't know how to open the... Unfortunately, don't know how to open the hangar. Sorry, the... see what do we have here? Oh, that's one of the... Yeah, they consolidated the turrets. People... I'm not sure people really like it. Actually, I'm pretty sure... I know that people don't really like it. They think that they have... As far as I know, changed too much of the turret arrangement. Before the tally, you can see that it has I think the tally had, I don't know, it's a really long time since I've done anything with it, but I seem to recall that it had 5 top turrets and 2 bottom or something like that. I think it was 3 small and 2 big or something in that order. So let's see if we can find one of the planks to see what is what here. So yeah, so this is definitely the the bombing variant because it has the torpedoes. Yeah, a torpedo boat with a, yeah, don't ask. Bomber with a torpedo boat layout. It's confusing to say the least. But if you here it is. So this you can see. I don't know. Got it. So it's actually pretty cool. So you can see here. Here is the. How do you actually move it up? Must have a button somewhere in here. Okay. Suppose I should do it like this. So this is how the tally looks now. So this is basically where you have the bombing area. Now you have cargo area instead. And here you have the other cargo area. So as you saw before, the bombing area. Yeah, I guess you get what I'm getting at. But you have the lower turret. Pretty sure it should have side turrets as well. Maybe it's those here. Let's see. Yeah, we have side turrets here. It's the top ones, and then you have a front. I mean, people, they really don't like the what they have changed in the tally. To my best knowledge, what I remember of it, it doesn't seem that they have changed that much. They have definitely changed something, there's no doubt about that, but I mean, I can recognize it. So here you would have the torpedo base, the torpedoes inside here instead. I mean, a bomber with torpedoes, yeah, why not? I'm pretty sure I would call it a torpedo boat instead. So up here we have the upper deck. One of the things, let me see if they've removed that, because that is something that actually took me a while to notice. So let me just try to go a little bit forward here. No, it's still here. So these windows here, I actually never noticed them before before relatively late into finding my way around in the tally. Let's see if they changed anything in here. There's a lot of stuff I can fumble around with. I'm not sure why it's. Oh, that's why. Look at this. I am not sure I would feel completely satisfied and comfortable sleeping here, because it really seems like it's a very tight fit. But I guess it's okay. I mean, it's a military ship, right? You can't expect luxury like on the 890 or something like that. But yeah, basically that's, I think in here we have the captain's area. Yeah, and I'm not sure why they made these, because the current graphic settings, at least for me, they make this look really weird, but it's a cool light. So bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Captain's quarters is nothing more than a little bit of extra bed. So this is, if I'm not mistaken, a new part of what is coming soon, which will be engineering gameplay. So for bigger ships, we'll, yeah, here you have a little component. So you see it's lighting up red because I removed a component, and I'm not sure I can put one back again. I guess I need to take, okay, that That is weird. Let's see, I do have it in my hand, so I'm not sure why I can't. I think I stole something from... Shit. I do have it in my hand, right? This is annoying. I can't see. What is this? Fuse. Yeah, let me put it in my... Okay, let me see if I can do it. Oh, yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can do it like this. Apparently not. Carry. I could throw it. Yeah, sorry. I broke your boat. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's part of the new engineering gameplay. So basically, I haven't done it much, but I guess the idea is that you let me see if I can find the engineering panel. What's this? Lighting control. So that's something new they've put in, lighting control as well. That's pretty nice and pretty neat. So let me see. This is another turret area. Yeah. The last time I checked, engineering should be in here somewhere. But it's not. No, wait. It's the middle section, so it should be in here instead. Yeah, here. So here you would have the engineering panel, where you would see what would be going on with the ship. And then you'll have these fuse boxes, as I suppose they're called, that I stole one from. You'll have them spread around on the ship, and when the ship gets shot or something like that, you'll lose fuses. So that's basically the sort of general idea that we are going to have with engineering gameplay. Now, it is obviously important for... No, I'm not... Oh my god, it's stairs. Obviously important for multi-crew ships, so anything where you can have basically more than one person, you will have need to do these loops of repairing components and adding these fuses around. So you have a limited amount of fuses that will eventually get destroyed, and then you'll need to replace them, yada yada yada, all that. So like I said. Alright, so let's see if we can find the new Saber Firebird. Saber Raven Firebird, I think it's called. So this here, it looks like the ordinary Saber. Maybe the Saber Comet. Yeah, like I said, the Saber Comet. So we need to find the... This is the one. So this looks like it. Yeah, here's the Firebird. So, as far as I know, it's a missile boat, meaning that it doesn't have a whole lot of guns. It does have some guns, definitely, but its main armament is going to be missiles that is going to be sitting on the bottom. They'll be shooting sort of straight down, and then sort of go up in an arc to hit your target. It has a sleek profile, just like the other Sabers, but slightly different design. As you can see, the ordinary Sabers have the engines sitting sort of a little bit further apart, where the Saber Raven and the Saber Firebird, they have it sort of in the middle here. So the thing about the Saber Raven, if I'm not mistaken, is that it was an Intel collab with CIG, so that is the reason why it has been locked down. They are not allowed to sell it any longer. But John Crew did hint on the fact that, yeah, go away. They might try to circumvent the issue by... Okay, let's see how it looks inside. It looks pretty much just like an ordinary saber, more or less.
Aegis combat assist activated.
Someone's activated scanning. Let me see, it's V. Yeah, so it has a pretty neat cockpit. You have pretty good, sort of, you can look around and all that. Yeah, those ships out there, they're probably the reason why the service is not doing so well. It's a cool ship. I think it's pretty cool. Let me see if I can move the throttle back and forth. No, it's locked. I would expect that also. You can see it has a little bit of different profile. Funny thing, I'm pretty sure that the profile you see here is actually from the Saber Raven. I guess we can go downstairs and look at some of the holograms and see if they have any vehicles down there. I'll meet you down there. So see you in a bit. Alright, so we are down here now and no vehicles here. Let's go to the other side and see if there are any vehicles there. Alright, so while we're walking around, and can give you sort of a initial rundown on how I think that the different professions that I like to do, they are holding on. So let's start with trading. So in general, I would say that trading is doing okay. There's no vehicles here, so let's go in and look at the holograms. Yeah, trading is doing okay. They haven't really changed much of it as I see, but in my opinion, trading is still under the big issue that the buy-in, the risk, the price that you risk, it's simply too high compared with the profit that you get. Alright, so this will be continued later. So this is Aegis Vulcan, so Aegis Dynamics, medium repair, medium refuel, so it looks like a giant box. And I don't really have any sort of info, news, or anything like that on how big it actually is. I guess it's pretty okay. Big. And here we have the Aegis Nautilus, that is a mine layer. I'm not sure whether they changed the concept on that one. I have absolutely no idea where the cockpit is. Is that little box there on the side? No, that's a turret. Maybe the... is that the cockpit? Right in there? Seems really... Maybe it is, because you can see there might be opening for glass here. I'm not really sure. But that's the mine layer. Alright, yeah, so let's talk trading. Like I said, as I see it, it's pretty much the same deal that we have had all the time. The issue really is that, as far as I see it, the issue with trading is, like I said, that you need to make a buy-in. You could call it a risk, you could call it... Basically, it's like stock trading, right? So you buy some stocks, and then you sell them at a higher price when you can. So in this case here, the way that you buy and sell is that you buy some stuff, and then you fly to a place where you can sell it for a profit. Now, the issue is that the profit is, in my opinion, too low compared with what you risk with the buy-in. So And CIG should do two things. Either they should increase the profit that you get, so how much you can sell it for, but ideally I would reduce the buy-in price. So by reducing the buy-in price, you automatically increase the profit margin because you gain a larger profit and you risk less. Now salvage, they have certainly hit salvage with the big hammer, and when I say the big hammer, I truly, really do mean the big hammer. It is, I mean, in my opinion, it's insane what they have done to salvage. They have reduced the amount of salvage that you get from one ship, basically by reducing the ship sizes that you buy. So, for instance, you can buy the right to salvage an Aegis, the anvil arrow for 5,000. An arrow for 5,000. You can, I think that for 10,000 you get, no, sorry, not 10, 20,000 you can get something like a Avenger Titan or something around that. And for 50,000 you can get the right to a Vulture or a Scorpius. I can't remember. Yeah, I think the Scorpius is 20,000. 12,000, that would be something like a, I think it's the Cutter. I'm not sure. But you can also get what's it called? We get, I was doing like this. So let me show you. All right, let's see here. Contracts. It's really laggy here. Well, let's see. So, for example, for 50,000, you can get the right to salvage a Constellation Aquila or a Vanguard Sentinel, Aegis Vanguard Sentinel. For 5,000, the Anvil Arrow, and you can get a Mercury Star Runner. That's actually pretty decent because it has a lot of flat surfaces, meaning that it's relatively easy to salvage. The Vanguard might be roughly the same, I guess. For 20,000, you can get a Mist Prospector. And if you remember the 50,000, you can get a Hull A for 20,000, a Hull A. The Crusader Ares Starfighter for 20. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry to say, in my opinion, it's completely insane, generally speaking, if you ask me. So if you remember last time, for 50,000, you can get the right to salvage something like a C2, Hull C2, or I think you might also be able to salvage something like a Hammerhead, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, Hammerhead. And they said they certainly nerfed that. What they also did was they nerfed the prices that we can sell for. So I guess, if I'm not mistaken, in 3.22 we could sell RMC for, I think it was around the stuff that you scrape, hull scrape. You could sell that for something around 12,000, and I'm pretty sure that the construction material, the one that you do structural salvage with, that was 6,000 or something like that. Right now they have nerfed it so you sell construction material for 1,500, meaning just completely straight out of the box. If you just do structural salvage, which by far is the quickest, you cannot even break even. You are losing money. I really hate these lags. The only way that you can Valiant. The only way that you can gain a profit is to do hull scraping, which I do think is fair. I mean, it's fair that what I think that they should have done was not to lower the prices of the ships you can salvage more, then you can at the very least break even, or maybe even gain a little bit of profit. I guess that's important. That's my opinion. So you can get a little bit of profit by doing structural salvage alone. If you want to get a big profit, you need to do hull scraping as well. The issue right now is that CIG has managed to make basically the reclaimer completely useless. Because, and please bear with me on this, the scraping module that sits on the reclaimer and the vulture, they are basically the same. When I say basically, I mean there's no sort of obvious difference between them. Obviously, one is bigger than the other, fair enough, but generally speaking, there's no difference between them. They are not different in any kind. You can put on the stock for the vulture is the abrade, the cinch. You can put that on a on the reclaimer as well, and you'll basically get the same hull scraping speed benefit, even though they are different size heads, I think. The issue here is, as I see it, that in order to run the reclaimer with 2 scraping heads, you need to have a crew. Now that in itself is not a problem, but obviously when you have a crew, that crew would most likely want to be paid. And in order to pay your crew, you need to earn money. Now, since you need, in order to scrape the same amount as the vulture, you need 2 people. 2 people. In the vulture, you need 1 person to manage both scraping heads. Now, you can argue, yeah, sure, the vulture can hold 12 SCUs, or SKUs, of cargo size. The reclaimer can hold, if you only use 1 cargo hull, I think it's about 140 or something like that. But the biggest advantage of the reclaimer was that you could, first of all, you can break the bigger ships. Now, I haven't tested, the last test that I did was with the reclaimer, so I can't say for sure that the biggest ships that we have right now that can be broken down by the reclaimer can also be broken down by the vulture. But I'm pretty sure that it can. I'm definitely going to test it. But the issue is here now, there's nothing the reclaimer can do now that the vulture also can't do, but the vulture can do it faster. And that means that there's absolutely no incentive whatsoever to get 4 people, I mean except for fun, obviously, and I think that's important enough. But generally, if you think of it from an economical point of view, there's absolutely no idea for anyone to take out the reclaimer with a crew when they could just as easily take out the vulture and do it faster. And please bear in mind this, since the amount that you get per contract is less, and IMC is really valuable right now. I think it's about 16,000 you pay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I said that, but right now the price that you pay for doing selling IMC, that is, I think it's around 16,000, close to 17,000 per SCU. Whereas, like I said, with construction materials, it's 1,500. So it's way less. Meaning that since you get less per contract, you can get a lot of money with the vulture. Just think about it. With the vulture alone, I can, if I fill it up, let's just say I don't do any kind of construction material. I just do hull scraping like we did before. So we have 12 SKUs times, I think it's 16,000. That's 192,000. Now, yes, you can definitely put more stuff inside the reclaimer, meaning that you can do more salvage before you have to go back. But in order to be as effective as the vulture, you need to You need to hire people, meaning that you need to split the profit with whomever you hire. And that effectively means that, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, like I said, I have the Reclaimer. I love my Reclaimer. I think it looks really cool. It is one of those few ships that we have that, in my opinion, actually looks like a spaceship. And I love to take it out because it's nice that you can fly around and do a lot of contracts before you have to get back and sell it. And you can really do that now. That's one of the things that I really do like about the changes, is that I can fly around, do a lot. But before, you could do 1 or 2 contracts. I think that just a single 50,000 contract could fill up your Reclaimer with construction material. And if you fill it up with construction material, you can still get a decent price. And we can really, I think it's about $1 million or something you can get for just selling construction material. I mean, you can calculate it, right? So I think, let's just say it's 140 or something like that. So let's times that, multiply that with 1,500. You know, that's 210,000. I think it's more than I had. I think it did 2 times 240, which you can do if you salvage something like an 890 jump. I tried to salvage my own 890 jump, and I think they have put in a limit that you can't fill your hopper or something like that. I don't know, but I did get a decent amount of money out of it, simply because I wanted to test to see whether the Reclaimer could actually break the 890. It took a while for it to break it down, but it could. The issue, as I see it right now, is that they have completely invalidated the use that we had of the Reclaimer. Now, I do recognize the issue. The issue was that people could get a $50,000 AUC contract, fill up the Reclaimer pretty quickly, and earn about $1 million, something like that. Do 2 contracts, you can earn about 3 million. So even soloing it was really profitable. The issue right now is that it is not profitable to do it unless you're alone. And even that, it would be much quicker, easier to just use the Vulture, especially, you could say, if you have a bunch of friends that each have a Vulture. You can go out, you can do some contracts, you can salvage a lot of stuff, you can share the profits. Collectively, you will be quicker, be done quicker using the Vulture than the Reclaimer. So either they need to change the pricing around so that we get the ships back that only the Reclaimer can break for structural salvage, or they need to change the speed that the Reclaimer can hull scrape so it's faster than the Vulture. So maybe different scraping modules, different heads that can do it faster. I don't know, something like that. Meaning, basically, I would say that one head on a Vulture, one head on a Reclaimer should be just as fast as 2 heads on the Vulture. Meaning that if you apply both heads, you will be twice as quick to scrape a ship as you would with the Vulture. I know that you can just put on the trawler heads, I think or the trawler modules or something like that. And yes, I'll recognize that is an option. The issue is that while they are technically faster, my experience with them have been from the get-go that they really aren't. I mean, just to be really fair about it, that they aren't, and as I see it. So right now, in my opinion, salvage is unfortunately not at a good place. Mining, I've done a little bit of mining. As I see it, nothing has really changed from 3.22. Not much, at least. Maybe a little bit of the payouts have changed. I haven't tested that out yet. I have some stuff cooking on one of the refineries that I will try to sell and see how much I get from it. But unfortunately, I don't have records of what I got from the previous mining experiences, so it won't help as much. I have to admit. I want a uniform like that. That combat armor? Yeah, I think it is. That is certainly combat armor. That is heavy combat armor. So they have I think it's what's a parade uniform? Light, medium, heavy armor. Cool. So yeah, I think that in my opinion they've really done a number on salvage. But I am looking forward to the cargo hauling missions that we should get in 3.22. So as far as I see, that is sort of the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, I can see that I have recorded for about 44 minutes now. So I think that I will... I did do a tour, I believe, of the Idris just without commentary. But I think I'll add that to my next video. So, let me just get behind one of these big guns over here and not buy it this time. Alright, with that being said, I hope that you really enjoyed this video. I hope that you'll come back. I know that the video that I did about when I called has CIG gone woke and all that, I know that that video sparked some controversy, and I do know that I sort of owe you a more in-depth explanation of why I did the video and what the result from it really was and how I still see things. Let me just make something very clear so that anyone understands this. I have not changed my mind when it comes to transgender people. They can be fluid and change, and basically your gender is defined by how you feel. I have not changed my opinion on that. I still firmly believe that our gender is completely, utterly rooted, not entirely defined by biological sex, but rooted in biological sex. And then you have sort of a area of gender that aligns with feelings, experiences, culture, and all of that. But I think that this also gets meshed together with what I really think this is about, which is gender identity. But more of that in the next video that I'm going to make. Like I said, my name is Michael. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. I did enjoy making it despite these annoying lag spikes that we have. I've heard it's because there is a memory leak at the convention center, but whatever it is, it's annoying. But I mean, it's Star Citizen, so yeah. See you in the next one.